I want to turn now to more breaking news. This from West Deer Township. Emergency officials are confirming one person died in this fire. It started at 11 o'clock this morning on Trump Road. Now, we don't know yet the name of the person who was killed, but we spoke with some neighbors who tell us they were very sad to hear about his death.
By himself, a little bit of a loner, kind of a unique individual, but as nice as could be. It's terrible. It's a tragedy to hear that of his passing today.
Investigators tell us they are still working to determine the cause of this fire.
Let's turn now to Pittsburgh's action weather on this Wednesday, and we're feeling the Arctic chill all around us. Wind chills below zero, and it's not going to get any better anytime soon.
Now that is a tough pill to swallow. It is rough out there. Meteorologist Brian Hutton Jr. is here now with a look at the certified most accurate forecast. No freezing anywhere on the forecast?
No, we get close next week.
Okay.
Right now it doesn't look like we get to freezing though as we head into the first week of February. So we are staying cold. Tomorrow is another impact day for us as we will stay cold. Friday and Saturday though are both severe weather alert days as we will likely rival our record low temperatures. We're currently forecasting 7 below on Friday, 8 below Saturday morning. That would break the records of -5. Both of those were set back in 2019. And again, that Saturday morning could be the coldest we have seen so far this season and our coldest since the end of January last year. Cold weather advisories in effect again tonight for all of western Pennsylvania. Again, expect wind chills between about -10 and -15 as you head out the door. Current air temperatures right now are sitting in the teens. It's 12 at the current air temperature in Pittsburgh. You factor in the wind though, we feel like we're near zero. Show you how cold it's going to feel and when that warm up finally gets here. That's in just a few minutes.
Okay, Brian, thanks so much. And we do want to get right back to that breaking news we were tracking right off the top of this newscast. We are watching this unfold live. So we told you how we were tracking this person who was walking along the icy Allegheny River. We're getting this vantage point from Sky 4, Pittsburgh's only news chopper. This was not far from the area of the Holton Bridge. And Andrew, just in the past few moments, we saw some police officers come in.
That's right. The police officers came on the water apparently, and they have detained this person. I think they have him under arrest and just take him off the ice to safer ground. But this has all happened in the last couple minutes. And there are handcuffs on him. We understand, yes, handcuffs on him, and once again, police have him in custody as they take him off the ice. We don't know why he was walking out there in the first place. We know he was walking for quite a while, and once again, this is in the area of Oakmont near the Holton Bridge.
Yeah, we'll keep following that. Unclear if he was potentially evading police at one point, exactly what for. We don't know at this point, but we were just tracking this in real time. Wanted to bring you the update. We will let you know as soon as we hear from police more about exactly what was going on with this situation.
Wild scene this afternoon on the Allegheny River. Meantime, Pittsburgh streets are still unplowed after a massive weekend snowstorm. In fact, this is day 3 of the cleanup happening all across the area.
Yeah, and just in the past hour, Mayor Corey O'Connor gave an update on the city's snow removal, and we want to bring in anchor Kristen Powers with more on that. What kind of progress are they making here?
Yeah, because everyone's watching that pretty closely at this point. So Mayor O'Connor says that the city of Pittsburgh has 47 public works vehicles on the roads clearing the snow. This is in addition to the dozens of contractors we've told you about helping in this cause, and they're filling the gaps where that's needed.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just where we're seeing a gap and where we're seeing, snow pile up in some areas. And, it's piling up everywhere. We're not naive to that. But if there's X amount of square footage where it's piling up towards a business district, towards an intersection where people have to make a right-hand turn, things like, or a left-hand turn, whatever it might be, I think that's where we're looking at. Major intersections that were clean, but now on the edges, they're piling up.
O'Connor says there is no timeline right now for when all of the roads will be clear, but he does say they are getting a better picture of where this progress stands. He says his administration is tracking plow routes.
I mean, we see, constant, we go back, we could go back 12 hours even further on some, and we do see like a lot of streets have been hit. The problem is, with the freezing temperatures, we're hitting them and they're not going all the way to concrete, as you see on some of our main roads.
So Mayor O'Connor did mention chairs popping up in the streets of Pittsburgh. I know I saw that driving around today to hold parking spaces after people dug out their cars. He does encourage everyone to be respectful and courteous to each other. Andrew Kelly.
All right, Kristen, thank you. Now back to more of our winter weather coverage this afternoon. The snow causing problems for this garbage truck in Sharpsburg. Take a look. This is the area of 10th Street. A large tow truck was needed to help get the garbage truck unstuck. No injuries have been reported.
Wow.
Now, while it can be a tough job, it is imperative to make sure you clean all the snow off your vehicle before you drive that vehicle.
Right, I'm sure this is something that a lot of us have been seeing driving around, cars that look like snowballs, right? That's what we're trying to avoid. And in fact, if you don't clear your cars, you could actually be breaking the law. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Sheldon Ingram joining us live this afternoon, not far from the Parkway East in Edgewood. Sheldon, what exactly are the rules and what can the punishment for this be?
Well, here's what's going on. There are plenty of people who are still driving around the day with several inches of snow on their cars. Now, state police say that snow should be removed within 24 hours after a snowfall. Today, you see plenty of cars on the roadways with several inches stacked on top of the roofs of their cars. Now, state police say that police in any jurisdiction can pull you over and issue a citation. The fines can range from $50 for just driving with snow on the roof or the hood of your car, or if that snow hits another vehicle, causes an accident, or even death, the fine can range from $200 to $1,500. Here's more from state police.
If you're driving your vehicle down the road and a large chunk of snow or ice comes dislodged, that could potentially strike a pedestrian crossing nearby your vehicle. It could strike another vehicle, could result in a crash, causing injury or even death. And so the laws focus on preventing injury and death and keeping the visibility good for the driver.
Now, state police say it is the snow ice law, and it also pertains to the front windshield and the rear windshield to make sure that they are clear so that the drivers can see in front of them and through their rear view mirrors. Covering Allegheny County in Edgewood, Sheldon Ingram, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All good advice, Sheldon. Thank you. We've been staying on top of salt supplies across our local communities.
That's right. Before the storm even hit, there were multiple places sounding the alarm that they were running low on supplies. We're now learning today it is still not easy to get supplies here. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Chandy Chapman is following up this afternoon from Carnegie.
I'm here at the Carnegie Municipal Building, where the upstairs is actually a 24-hour warming center for the public. Now, temperatures are expected to drop, making that snow cleanup even tougher, especially when there's a salt shortage. Carnegie is part of a purchasing co-op called the South Hills Area Council of Government that buys and shares the salt supply. Patrick Connors, who is the executive director of SHACOG, says there are 23 members and the salt shortage is affecting 99 communities. He says right now 5 barges of salt that come all the way from Louisiana are now along the river. Crews have unloaded some barges, but the icy river is making it difficult to unload all of the barges so salt can be delivered to municipalities and boroughs.
They've unloaded 1 barge yesterday, and they're in the process of unloading 2 barges today. So that's about 4,500 tons of salt with those 3 barges. About 1,500 tons a day can be distributed with the truck system to different communities within the Pittsburgh region.
Coming up here, more about how that salt shortage will affect the roads. Covering Allegheny County in Carnegie, Chandy Chapman, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
All right, thanks so much. And if you are not in front of your TV, but you want to stay up to date, make sure you have the WTAE app downloaded. You can use that to track the forecast hour by hour and also get all the latest on the closings and delays as they come in. Also, by the way, we do have all that information posted on WTAE.com.
And plenty still to come here at 4 on 4, including tracking that river ice. We're at a local lock and dam showing you how they're working to keep water traffic moving.
Plus, thinking warm thoughts. We all need to do it. The first job fairs were just announced for Kennywood, Idlewild, and Sandcastle.
And later, something to do inside on one of these frigid cold days, the push for a Pittsburgh-themed Lego set.
And it is going to be another cold day for us tomorrow. Another cold weather advisory is in effect. Wind chills will start sub-zero and struggle to make it back to the single digits. The worst, though, is still ahead. I'm detailing our back-to-back severe weather alert days when we come back.
All right, we're coming back here once again with the breaking news we've been tracking since the top of the hour because we're starting to get some updates here. So as a recap, in the past few moments, Sky 4 captured police apprehending a man who had been walking on the icy Allegheny River. This had been going on for some time. He was captured in the area near the Holton Bridge. We saw police putting this person in handcuffs. We don't have a whole lot of other details other than to say we did learn this started as a pursuit involving City of Pittsburgh police. So they were certainly looking for this individual. We will bring you more details on the story as we get them.